welcome to Nashivai Network again. It's another day for a beautiful story, inspirational, hopeful, that somebody can learn a thing or two. Because these stories help you understand that success is not fetched far from where you are. And these are organically grown home stories. Because many times we think success is from Nigeria. Yes, it is there. From America, from Canada, you name, from a far land, but also there's success home. And from our peers, it's happening. And without further ado, allow me welcome my guest. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you, Monica.
How are you?
I'm very fine. How are you?
Very good to see you after so many years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
Like, really, how are you? You know, you have this thing of, how are you? I'm okay.
I am very fine. I started well. Yeah.
That's perfect.
I carry the peace
I'm so glad to
within
hear
me,
that.
and yeah, it is really very well, very good. I must say that I started on a very good note because I carry that peace within me.
That's beautiful. So the year has started well. We have peace in our hearts. Now let us share our story. So Jackie, for me I know you, but there is somebody out there who wants to know what were your earliest experiences that will help us understand the woman before us this morning.
Once again, I am Jacqueline Chisache. Yeah, I come from Nakasongola. Proudly, I celebrate that land because it has groomed me. My parents have nurtured me right from there. My early stages. Yeah, I know the very, very early stages weren't from Nakasongola, they're from Kampala. But later I had to resettle back in our land, that is Nakasongola. I come from a family of 5 siblings, and me being the middle child, that means the third born by the first daughter of the house. This means something different also. Yeah, following 2 boys, and then a girl comes in. That means the early beginnings were more of a boy, boy child, and the neighbors also had 2 boys. So that means 4 boys, one girl coming up. So, and that will explain why I think I am a hustler. Because, yeah, I grew up, I was nurtured mainly by boys in my early upbringing, but also this princess, amongst boys, I was taken good care of. And this also explains that my brothers, okay, I didn't grow up like I didn't know how to work. I learned from my brothers because they are groomed like girls, since they are boys first.
Mommy needed some helpers.
Yeah, she surely needed them. And yeah, I count myself blessed growing up it's a nuclear family. Both my mother and father are together. They have groomed us together. One thing I haven't told you yet, it was a humble beginning. Yeah, I come from a very humble background.
Maybe when you say humble background, what do you mean?
Me starting with having life from Kampala doesn't mean we're well off. We are planned children, planned family, no. And us resettling back in Nakasonga explains life maybe had treated us differently, and Dad had to go back and replan and settle back. But I have never regretted us going back to Nakasonga because, one, that is where my spiritual bringing comes. That is where I must say the spiritual muscle was birthed from. Yes, because us going back, then I was introduced to a church by my grandmother. But getting back to the humble beginnings, this is a nuclear family with, yeah, my dad is a senior holder, certificate holder, but a farmer. So all we had was farming. And so my mom is not a senior holder. I don't even know which class. But I know she even did.
Tell me, I'm not sure if I went to primary too or I did, but thereabout.
One thing I'm sure of, she never reached primary 5.
Okay.
Yeah, but so these are farmers, and of course subsistence for food, not even for money. Yeah, so growing up, and when we started back in Nakasongola, the fact that okay, we had some fair beginnings. I was this bright child. Yeah, so reaching Nakasongola, I had a scholarship. I got a scholarship, and this meant much. Today, this foundation has pushed me to even the degree I'm having, because I saw my siblings struggle because dad couldn't afford that education support. He couldn't give it to them, all of them. But me, yeah, I had this support, and then my primary, I had to go through my primary because I had the scholarship. Then my secondary, I had the scholarship, and so going back to the humble, because I just want to break out every bit of it.
Yeah.
This meant, okay, going back to Nakasong, we had to first even go back to our grandmother's house.
Because you did have a house.
We didn't have a house,
Yeah.
but one thing I'm sure of, we had a small piece of land. Dad had bought a small piece of land, but even didn't have that small money to construct a small house on it. So we had to first go into our grandparents' house, settle there. Remember, this is a family of a mother and a father plus children, but you're being harbored in someone else's house. But after a few years, Dad had some little money and then gathered some resources, and then he had to construct a grass thatched house. And so that's where our beginnings. Yeah, in Nakasongola. I still remember days where even we didn't have shoes for school. So you could barefoot to school. Yeah. So the person you're seeing today, I know Monica told me, you look nice. I doubt if she could say that very statement. Those days when even jelly was a problem. Yeah, having jelly.
Jelly is like skin lotion.
Yeah, skin lotion to smear yourself to go to school. It was really hard to access the shoes. Part of my story, I'm like, when I think of that girl whose mother's cloth, or gomesi, it's a traditional attire, mainly in Buganda, yeah, for women. So when I think of a family whose mother's cloth during date belongs to a mother, but at night it is this cover, bed cover, the night cover that they use. So I'm like, this is where I've come from. I've seen us use our mother's clothes as a night cover, bed cover. You could call it a bed cover. I've seen us also once in a while survive on one meal a day. Why? Because that's what you can afford. Yes, because that's what you can afford. And with me, I was the first person. Remember, I'm the third born, and I was the first person to attain a degree. Why? Me, I had a scholarship. I had a sponsorship. So my education was just a smooth journey all through. But with my brothers, remember, I followed two boys. They attained later.
Yeah.
Yes, they attained later because of the struggle, the financial struggles at home. Yeah, and I really thank God for that, for we have come. We are no longer there. We are no longer those children who lacked shoes. We are no longer those children who had one attire for Sunday for Sunday services.
Sunday uniform.
That's what you put on every Sunday, because it's the only cloth you have, and it's the only piece that your parents can afford. Yes, so I just bless the Lord for that, He has brought us.
Interesting. So while you see people here glittering, black beauty being beauty, they say black shines the brightest. Why we are seeing this, there's a story behind. And this is the reason, actually, when I thought about some people who can inspire others, I thought of you as like one of those people. Because, she said, Nakasongola, I'm proudly associated. And I went
beneficial of the land. Yeah.
I went to the same school with her. And when she says she's bright, she's bright. After we finished secondary school, we competed for the same scholarship. She beat me. She got the scholarship.
I was just paying when she beat me in the leadership position in senior.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter where you begin from. You just keep moving. And Jackie, I want I want to ask you, what held you together as a family through those testing times? Times where your mother's cloth was the bed sheet, you know, where you didn't have oil to smear your beautiful dark skin. And Nakasongora is hot.
It's not the reason as to why I'm there.
This is genetic. And having one meal a day, what held you together? No, now for me, I know you. Like your family is one of those disciplined families. Like children are intact, they are together. You would never tell they went through that. Unless she says, like, what held you together? What glued you together? You stayed as a family? Because we know most families, when they go through such times, children scatter. They are the most misbehaved children on the village. So what's that?
One, I must say, one of the first things, I didn't tell you that my father is a catechist. Hope I pronounced it well. That word. A teacher of the word in the Anglican Church. Yes, so faith was one of the things that pushed us through. Seeing our dad every Sunday prepare for the word, and then also encourage us, because while we were still in Kawempe, that's where we used to stay when we were in Kampala. Every Sunday we could go as a family to church, all of us, father, mother, and all the children. Yes, so we could all go to church. That was our humble nurturing. And then when we shifted to Nakasongola, of course, we even hadn't known that our dad was even a qualified teacher of the word in the Anglican setting. He has a certificate in it, so he's given a church to lead.
Oh.
And so it's the same spirit. He carries us all to church. And I remember one day, as little as I was, in primary 6 years, he gives me an opportunity to read the word in church. Very little. And the church was so happy seeing this little sharp girl reading the word in church. And surprisingly, I took another turn. Yes, primary 6. My maternal grandmother took me to a Pentecostal church. Yes, as little as, I was 10. So I was introduced to church, the born again Pentecostal church, and I started serving there. And then I started serving the choir, and this built me as a person. Even when at first we had fights with our parents, you know, the 10-year-old, you're taking another 10, and then the parents, in fact, it was the opposite.
On Sunday?
On Sunday, as my parents were heading the left, me, I was heading the right. At the right turn of the road. And so we had some little fights, but later on my parents were like, go
If
be.
she's good,
Yeah, just go be, as long as it's your granny that is taking you. But also I want to celebrate my mother. Which woman? You've started your early life in marriage from Kampala. Yes, I know it wasn't that very cool, but Kampala and Nakasongola are quite different. You get it? And then your husband is like, man, life is hard. Chiganye. Yes, it has failed. Kampala has failed. I'm going back to the village. I know, of course, because I've grown up to attest to that, as two people, when they come together, know that life is 100% cool. Yeah, there are things there are fights, small fights. My mom had a choice to say, Mogende Nechitamu, that you go with your father. Me, I'm not going back. I'll stay in Kampala. I remember even the first month, as she was debating, should I go? We first came as dad and siblings, and my siblings, and then mom I must say she was still debating.
So she came later after
Yeah, just
you.
a few months.
Oh, wow.
A few months, not even more than 2 months. It was one and something. She was like, no, my children. My children, that's the heart of a mother. They'll sit in hell just to keep their children from that fire to burn them. Not that their marriage was hell, no, but that's the heart of the mother, because today I'm a mother, I know what it means by having a child and taking care. You want all the good things for this child, you get it. And so our mother was like, no, my children, I want them to be together. I don't want them to scatter. Yeah. And her presence in this marriage and in also our lives, trust me, it has kept us together. And her prayer has always been, because she has always told us, please do not scatter. Grow up as one person. In good and in bad, whether life is okay, whether life is you're in struggles, please stay one. That has always been her prayer and her request. And so that has kept us together as a family, even in wanting, when we are lacking. Yeah, we shall eat our food without sauce, but happy, knowing I'm seeing
And
my
together.
my bigger siblings, and then I'm seeing my followers, and happy.
So the glue is mom.
Yeah,
In that show.
that I cannot
Yeah,
miss to celebrate her.
you know, I think we don't understand the sacrifices our parents make. Like, for example, my mother. My dad died when she was just 28 years old.
Wow.
She never
Yes, so rest
remarried.
in peace.
She stayed just to give us, to glue us together. You know, my family and what we have become just because of her.
Yeah.
So, mothers, you are heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, you are heroes. Jackie, you talked about church, you talked about family, but which values made you, that were instilled when you were young, that have made you to be who you are today? I know there was church, yes, there was family, yes, but I'm so sure there is so much more.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us through that.
One of the values is hard work. Yeah. All my life, I've not seen, even today when we ask our dad to, please, could you reduce on the work you are doing? You're aging. It's going to harm your body. It's like, no. Even in the littleness that we had, our dad has not paused working. Our dad has not just sat home and like, bajja kwerabira. You know that slogan? There is a slogan, abana balikola literally, children will make their own money.
Yes.
They will make their own life. But no, I've seen my father hustle. I've seen my father work. I've seen when we shifted to Nakasonga, he got an opportunity to work on the ranch. I've seen him shift levels to also assistant ranch manager, but also he has not dropped farming. He also does the charcoal burning, like to gather all the small resources so that we survive. Yeah, so to me, hard work, I cannot just sit there and wait for food to get onto my table. I don't believe in that.
Or pray
And
food
wait,
drops.
miracle food.
I know, right?
I am not that person. And I've always told my friends, if it is a husband that is going to tell me, Jackie, sit home, I work for you, I doubt if it will work. I highly doubt, because I believe in, money is a reward.
It is.
It is a reward of hard work, I must say. So, meaning I must work. And also getting an opportunity to start working at 19.
Yeah.
Yes. This has groomed me into a person, a hard-working person.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just sit there. And hard work, what does hard work? Hard work calls for results. So which kind of results do you want to see? Those will push you to work harder. And of late, we are even working smarter, not even hard. So if you're this result-oriented person, visionary, if I must say, where do you want to go? What do you want to see? That is going to push you. That is going to be your reason to wake up so early. You're like, I have a program. I know when we are making this program, we all set the alarms. We must keep time. Hard work sometimes is not going to mean you sweating.
No.
Yeah, it's not going to mean I must go and sweat, I must go and carry that stuff.
Toil.
No, yeah, it's not about toiling,
Yes.
but realigning yourself onto how do I get this result? Of course, in the good ways.
Of course.
Yeah, in the good ways, yeah. So hard work, being visionary, what do you want to be? I know my mother, even with no resources, she kept telling us, please keep in school. Please, let's keep in school. That alone, we've always believed education is the key to everything. I must approve that, yes, even when there are other ways of getting money, but education is a smarter way, I must say.
Somebody said education is an equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, when you get an education, one morning you'll be walking in the streets where the might, according to our society,
True.
walk.
Yeah.
You'll be dining the same cafes. You will take your school to the same school they take there.
I agree.
So education is an equalizer.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that is very true. Because you realize you get connected to, like she said, there is a certain class of people you will attract. Yes, because there is that enlightenment you receive from school that you're not going to receive. Well,
If you have not gone to
yes,
school.
if you've not gone to school. So, and mom encouraging us to keep in school. I know that is the reason as to why we did not get pregnant.
Yes.
We are 2 girls and 3 boys. We did not get pregnant while in school. And then we did not drop out because, one, mom painted a picture in our heads. It is school. It is school. And by God's grace, we kept in school. We kept in school. And then the other thing my mom always told us, mainly the girls, I want to use the local language to echo her words. I'll interpret. She was like, fight hard that you do not get married in the village. That it looks small or an undermining statement. You're like, are the villagers not worthy? But guess what? It creates a vision and a picture into you. You're like, marrying a village mate, this means, one, there is a possibility of me dropping out of school. Yes, because you're going to attract to the Chakobana, to the border guy. And so, at our stages, there wasn't someone vision, unless you all you go to school and then you have a vision that I want to go up to the university. And then, villagers, we know Makerere, so go up to Makerere. Makerere is the university.
Is the only university.
So go up to Makerere, then return and marry yourselves. That is when you find someone vision. So that also kept us focused. Mom doesn't want us to get married here, and us not getting married here avoided much. I won't have sex. I won't just date these village mates, and so let me just keep focused in school because I want to go out there. Okay, let me meet my village mate in Kampala and return in Makerere,
yes.
and come and marry ourselves again. You get it, and that kept us focused. And then faith. With faith, I can't leave faith out of our journey. This is one of the strong values that truly, as a person, has kept me and has pushed me to where I am today.
Thank you. Jackie has said faith, but also remember she said hard work. Most people, like, this what we call dead faith. Somebody will hop from one church to another church, hoping for a miracle.
Yeah.
But Jackie has just told you she is a believer. I think she's even a pastor nowadays. But she works 3 times harder. Like, if she has a duty to do, she executes it. But she looks for opportunity. She's been telling they're working smart and stuff. So people, I think, our peers, you should drop this notion of dead faith. Where you think I'm going to work, I'll go to church,
Waiting
the
for
pastor
miracle
know me.
money.
My friend, it is not going to happen. It is not going to happen. You have to work.
And Monique, on that, we are in a generation of lazy bodies, banange. We are in a generation where, let me say it in Uganda, new. Maybe you can interpret that.
we forgive ourselves too much, literally.
Yeah, like you're like, my body. I am employed. I am personally employed. I work for others. That is what it means. But I also have a personal project. Not one, not two. Because I count myself also blessed to know my purpose in life, that it is becoming clearer and clearer. I'm also a people builder. So I've got all different streams or tents where at least I wake up so early and say, this is my purpose. I must do this. I have a reading club. In fact, there are 2 reading clubs, book reading clubs. And in here, we are building people. I started this ignorantly. I didn't know that it would even influence. Why am I bringing all this? I want to paint a picture of a woman who's going to wake up My day starts at 3, by the way, 3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yes, my day starts at 3 a.m. and no more day at 3 a.m.
Simba wakati yao. When does your day start? Honey, when does your day start? Like, when does your day start?
But that also means I'll sleep early. I know earlier we talked about a certain social media that I am not on it. Do you realize that we spend 2 to 3 hours scrolling through, but learning nothing, social media,
Just
learning nothing? How about if that's scrolling through, you read 20 pages of a book? Because it is believed when you read that book, you're spending time with the author.
yes.
So how about we spend those hours reading a book? So I sleep early so that I have ample time. If it is not 3, I wake up at 4, have my prayers, and then I have a routine, I have a daily schedule. So I know the time to give work, the time to give my project, and the time to also give my small household that the Lord has blessed me for now, because I'm just intentional. Yes, because I'm a result-oriented person. So I am intentional on every step that I do daily. Yes.
So, in other words, you didn't just wake up one morning to be where you are.
No?
You worked towards it, you planned it, you have created an entire system to just achieve that. That's the intentionality. That's waking up at 3 a.m. Wow. I mean, so this is to show you, especially the faith people, because the lazier people are becoming, the more cheat codes. They're trying to find cheat codes towards life. And up to now, in my many years, and I'm sure you can concur to this, there are no cheat codes towards life. You know, most people have this notion that money is the source of evil. I totally disagree with that statement. Lack of money is the source of evil. Imagine somebody who every day you desire to buy a pair of shoes. You want to look a certain way.
Yeah.
But you cannot
And your
afford
pockets
it.
are empty.
So what are you going to result to that? I mean, you are going to look for
Ways of...
unconventional ways to get the money. And since you don't want to work, there are softer ways of making money, which are either harmful, degrading. But if it is degrading, usually it is also harmful in the long run.
Yeah.
So Jackie, she's telling us hard work, purpose, vision. So you stopped you're now in high school because you're a mom.
Yeah.
What are you at? You're an employee, and you talked about the projects. Tell us those projects. What are they?
Before I get to the project, I remember while in high school, is it high school? Senior 4?
No, secondary school.
Secondary school.
So like in Uganda, we have 4 years in secondary school and then 2 years in high school.
So while in I remember I had this strange sickness that I could just collapse from the blue, and this affected my academics. And so while in senior 4, I lost the scholarship. Senior 4 second term. I lost the scholarship because I had dropped in my academic performance. The scholarship I had attained right from primary 6. So I lost the scholarship. And guess what? I didn't do my senior, I think it was senior 4 first term. I didn't do the first term exams.
Because you didn't have money to pay.
Yeah, we didn't have money to pay. But the fact that I was in candidate class, my parents had to fight. Yeah, they had to fight. And yeah, we moved through. I got a second grade. And then we competed for a scholarship for the high school. And
somebody who had gone to school the entire year, she beat me.
And so, yeah, I get the scholarship, and this scholarship was a beautiful scholarship. Everything was catered for. We go to that's Cornerstone Leadership Academy, girls, Matuga. So we go to school, 2 years without paying anything. And after school, guess what? During vacation, I am called for a job opportunity, I must say. The very people that have given me a scholarship, they give me an opportunity to mentor in spaces of children, vulnerable children. I want to dive deep into the category of children. So I'm given an opportunity to mentor. And what does this mean? I have now a home in Kampala. I have free food, and they are paying me. They are paying me a certain amount, but they're also giving me half scholarship for campus.
Wow.
And when I had started my first semester, they're
Campus
like,
is to mean university.
Yes.
In Uganda, we call it campus.
and when I enrolled for university, they're like, you deserve full, not half. So I get a full sponsorship while at campus. And then remember, I am a mentor in a home of girls, 24 girls.
Wow.
That means,
literally, you're a mother of
Yeah.
24 girls.
Thank you, at the age of 19. And then that means space. I have a home in Kampala, I have free food, I can sleep well, I can go to campus. They even give me transport to campus. If it is not good, how can I
What is
explain that?
What is
Yeah,
that?
so I pushed through campus. After campus, I graduate, and they expect me to be out of this.
Home.
Yes, that means no job opportunity anymore because they support.
What did you study at university?
I did development studies.
Okay.
Yeah. So after, in the middle of the confusion, so stuck, I don't know where to go to. Should I pack my things, go back to Nakasongola? But with my degree, they're like, we have an idea. I want to start a skills center. We want you to be the one in charge.
Oh, wow.
They give me a building and a name. And they tell me the picture was want to have a skills center for this department. Take over. A building and a name. Fresh from campus. I was given now a new job for a project manager.
Oh, wow.
We started from scratch, I must say, and we grew in 6 years. We are a team of 10. I was leading a team of 10 as a project manager, offering vocational skilling.
Okay.
And then later, I was shifted to another position. I'm still in the same workspace, different positions.
Yeah.
Yes, of growth, in fact, not of demotion, of growth. And while at campus, one thing I have learned and one thing I'm becoming too intentional of relationships, not boy-girl relationships. Oh, okay, let me call them networks.
Networks.
That would be much better. Networks. Which people do you bring to your circles? Which people do you look up to? In my reading club, I'm drawn to John Maxwell and some of John Maxwell's books. He says, if you're on top of the class, you're in a wrong class. You're in this space, go wakabi, everyone is looking up to you.
Up to you.
The question is, who are you looking up to? And then believers will say, God. God uses people, man.
Yes.
So if you say you're looking unto God, who is that man that you're looking up to that God is using? So I remember I'm in a mentorship space, meaning these children are looking up to me.
Yes.
But where am I feeding from to feed these children? Yes. So that means me, a mentor in life. Do you have someone that speaks to your life? In moments where you're going a mess, in moments where your life is, flourishing. Because sometimes when you're flourishing, you might still go astray.
That's right.
Because you feel life is okay, you don't need support. Thank you.
You have nothing to tell me.
Thank you. And so most times the pride will come over, you're like you're everything, you lack nothing, but you need someone to speak into your life. And so one thing I am learning is valuing relationship, looking out for those people that can speak into my life. Every year, I'm like, I must make 2 to 3 new friends that are going to speak into my life, that are way higher. Because where I am, it is not where I want to be. I want to go somewhere. I want to reach somewhere. So I don't want to be in Zowakabi everywhere.
The only elephant in the room.
I want also to be in a class where I am the little one. I'm looking at least someone. I am admiring someone. So that in life, it has opened doors for me. It has helped me connect to way bigger and greater influential ladies and men. Yes, in this country and in more space. I remember I know I'm widening this. I remember there is a period of my life
It's your story.
when
It's your story. Yeah.
when things were not going right.
Yeah.
I hated where I am. I hated work was not flourishing. One thing I forgot to say, me being the first daughter, it's like being the firstborn. You know, there is always that sibling of yours in a family, whether lastborn or firstborn, that holds that firstborn mantle. Like everything it is upon you, like the mother.
Yes.
So, all your siblings are looking and to me, there's that season where things were not right. And I was like, fairly, compared to each one of them. And there's also that situation where I harbored almost everything in my house. Yeah. And so, you're like, but God, what did I do? Why do I deserve all this? And things were totally, my trust issues, I had trust issues. My trust levels had dropped. I couldn't trust anyone.
Like, how did that come about?
One, it was at work. Not that I wasn't doing well. I had some issues with my should I say, supervisors. And then also personally, my relationships were not doing well. Relationship. Are not doing well. And then my siblings, some of them had lost their jobs. And then you're the one who is standing strong in faith. You're like, I'm tired of carrying.
And you're also crumbling inside.
I'm tired of carrying this burden, spiritual burden, financial burden. Everything, you're carrying all the burdens. And so until I moved out and found a woman and spoke to this person spoke life. This person got me back onto my toes. I had lost the balance. Yeah. I thought of even quitting. I was like, I just need to leave this job. I don't think I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. But until I found someone, and this person spoke into me, spoke life into me, and today I'm flourishing just because I opened up for someone to speak into my life. And that's one mistake we make in life, that we feel we can handle everything.
We got it all figured.
We can't.
It's our struggle.
We cannot handle everything. There is that woman or man that God has set aside for you to hold your hand. I remember, I'll quote the Bible, when Moses was praying and about to give up, he had elders, he had people that were holding his hands, because the rule was the hands have to be up. And so when he was about to put the hands down, he was tired. There are people that were lifting. So you need those people to lift you. Yeah. You need those people to keep you going. And so until I opened my life for such kind of people, and that's how I come to open up certain initiatives and projects in life, because one, I cherished people. I got back to my senses. I was like, not every person is bad. Yes. Not every person, Tanja Galiza. Yes. And I am not the worst. I am not the worst. Today I might seem broken, but tomorrow, there is hope for tomorrow. The Bible says there is a hope for the tree that has been cut down to sprout again. And so I bless the Lord because he used these very people for me to sprout again. And because of the pain that I've started with people, and then I want to go into the initiatives. Because of the pain, growing up, you could not afford. And so a friend, gets me this opportunity for a camp in Forum for Women in Democracy. There is a mentorship camp that they do every year. I think twice or thrice a year. They take in girls, young women, train them and give them also a skill for, I think, 10 days. So 10 or 14. So I'm given this advert. I'm encouraged to go. And that was 2017. I think so, 2017, 2018. I go into this camp. I'm trained about leadership, but later on I'm given a skill, how to make reusable pads. And so that is where the idea for Shine reusable pads, the inception comes from. Shine reusable pads. I came with a piece here. Please. Sorry about that. It's okay. So this is, I didn't just put on our shirt. So this is the Shine reusable pad. That's a pack.
Shine.
Yeah, that's our pack. And
Can we check?
Yeah,
what's
it's okay.
inside?
We can check.
So there are 2 pads.
Yeah, we pack 2 pairs and so.
Oh, they are really big.
Yeah, so these are pads. And how does this come? We are about 5 years into doing this. Growing up as a vulnerable young woman, young girl, very vulnerable. Like I said, I come from a very humble background. And so while in COVID, a friend, that's Wanga, Emmanuel, I celebrate you. He's like, Jackie, you have a skill, you're seated on it. Just like many out there, you have something and you're seated on it. And you do not know that it's going to benefit very many. Yes, I also want to remind you, quoting still John Maxwell, the gift you carry, it's not for you, it's for others. Put it into you so that others can benefit. Yes. So he comes and pushes me. He's like, you're seated on a skill. Do you know that we can do something and change lives with that skill? So after the first lockdown, we begin with our first products, just as a pilot study.
Yes.
We go into the field, take our pad out. I think there are 16 beneficiaries. So you're like, we need a report, we need your feedback in a month time. They're like, whatever you made, please keep making.
Yeah.
And that's the birth of Shine reusable pads.
Shine reusable pads, Jackie. Like, what are the contents in here? Like,
Okay.
what is it made of?
Before I get to the product,
it's such a very, very small.
Before I get to this product, Shine exists to promote proper menstrual hygiene amongst the vulnerable young girls and women in Nakasongola, but we added on beyond because we've moved to the slums. So this product, we want to end menstrual stigma. There is a story behind the menstrual stigma on my co-founder, Emmanuel Bwanga, where while in senior 2, he and her friends laughed at that girl who had messed up her uniform. And that girl never came back to school. And that's the pain he carries. That's the pain he carries. He's like, I might have not stopped that. I might have maybe chased that girl out of school, made her drop out of school. But I'm going to encourage many to stay in school. Yes. So we want to end the menstrual stigma. We want to fight period poverty, the lack of proper access, a proper sanitary towel, and then also we want to fight to say that girls do not drop out of school. They should keep in school. A period does not end someone's education.
Because I think there are so many girls who miss school days because they are in their periods and because they cannot afford proper sanitation.
True.
They can't afford the one on the market, but also some don't even understand. I believe, I know that when they are talking about these things, they're even teaching girls on how to. Because it's so surprising that most things our mothers taught us, we think every mother does that.
Yeah.
No, because some are young mothers, some, they didn't even want to have children. So they just looking at this thing, just like a thing, a baby, I mean. Yeah. So.
And also personally growing up, I remember the first time I menstruated, yes, I would say it point blank because that's part of a woman. I'm not shy about it. The first time, I remember when talking to my mother, for her she had some piece of clothes to cut, cotton. But there are some girls, the stories we've gathered, there are girls that have not had even an opportunity of a proper piece of good cotton to use at the start. Some of them are using banana fibers. Some of them are using sand. This was also documented by some media house from Eastern Uganda. Yes, they get sand, put it in the cavera, then they will put holes, and then that's a pad. So the holes are helping blood get into the sand.
Into the sand.
Yes. Others are abandoned into the banana plantations the whole day. So those, if your days are 4 to a week days, that means 1 full week without going to school. Every morning you go to the banana plantation and stay there so that blood, It's laughter, but it's not a laugh. It's not really, doesn't
No.
bring joy, only sorrow. Knowing that someone is missing school every week, a week in a month, just because they are their peers. So we are like, no, we have a skill, we are going to make this, and then we do give them freely in Nakasongola.
Oh, okay.
I'll be specific on that one, Nakasongola. But in some areas, we sell them. Why do we sell them? We want to gather those resources and then take them back. Yes, make more to give out. Because there are very many vulnerable girls out there that they cannot afford a decent pad. So we want to help them. We want to tell them there is hope for tomorrow. This shouldn't make you drop out of school. This shouldn't push you to a man to go and find
How to
how to survive. So we come up with this, and it is made out of 3 main fabric. One, it is the fleece, the one on top. The fleece, it's an absorbent material, and this is all baby material, 100% pure cotton. Baby cotton is 100% cotton. That means even it caters for those that are allergic. So your body is safe. Your body is very safe with this. So we use, and these are baby blankets, the material we use.
Yeah.
Why do we use these materials? We want material that people can easily afford. That can easily afford. When I go down deep in the village and tell them, in fact, when we go down there, we don't tell them that this is fleece. We can tell them this is a baby blanket. It is, yes, you get a softer part of it and then you cut it out. And these materials are around us. Then inside, where you see this rectangle, I remember my math. Rectangle, rectangular shape.
Yeah.
There is a material. It is more of a cotton. It is cotton. We call it flannel, but it is more of a towel-like. Yes, a towel-like. So it helps to absorb. So behind where there is no design, there is a waterproof material inside, and it's also a baby cavera. Not the polyphene bag that we use for shopping, no. So this waterproof helps to prevent the leakage. Yes, and so your pad is very safe to use. Plus the supportive buttons on the wings, we call these wings. And so your pad is very,
very
ready
smooth.
and safe. Yeah,
It's very smooth.
to use.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to do this, because the Bible says to whom much is given, much is expected. I was given this skill freely of charge. And so with the pain that we carry, with the team that we work with, we are like, let us gather resources. Let's call out friends who can join this cause and support. And then we give out these pads free of charge. We want to help the government. We are the government, I know. Yes, we are the government, but we want to help the government, the leadership,
assist.
that the Lord has blessed us with. Because I know they cannot reach everywhere, but through us, they can reach. So I know the government had talked about supporting all girl children to give them free pads. But you know, with the resources, they might not be able. But with us, the people, we can reach. I can reach where the leadership of the nation cannot reach. Because I'm a born of Nakasongola. I might know every corner of my village, but the president may not be knowing them. So that's why we rise up and then go reach out to the vulnerable families, look out for these girls, and then give them this piece of.
Okay, I have 2 questions. One, how do you get money to buy the materials? And 2, if somebody wants to support, how? Where do we get these? Are they on public market, like on the shelves of shops or supermarkets? Yeah.
Oh, where do you get money? It takes me back to the point of people. That's why I'm against the points I first pointed out, people, connection, networks, friends. When we are starting, of course, every project that starts, it will start with your money. Yes. You put in all the resources that you have to see that at least you begin. And so we started. As a team, we started with our own resources, but later on, we started selling out this idea to friends. So we sold out to friends, told them, we have this. Could you please come and support? And so friends started supporting. Other friends could come on board and say, I'm buying 100 packs. After buying, and then they will say, go give them out. You get it? So they buy them for you.
That's
Yes,
part
to
of
do
the support.
yes, to do outreaches. But we've also been involved in very many award-winning.
Okay.
Yes, award-winning. How do they call them? I'm even missing the right word. Our first award, we competed for the ACT Award from Worship Harvest. That is, the Transform ACT Award. ACT Award is Award for Community Transformers. So we were the second runners. We moved out with some money, and we are competing with international people. We moved out with some money, and this helped us buy our first ever machines.
Simba Wakasa, they competed with international organizations. Yes. Like I said from the beginning, our people, they actually bringing change. And now because our people, like she grew up in Nakasongola, she was telling us her story, how she grew up. There is no one who is going to understand a girl who doesn't have oil, who doesn't have pads like she does. Guess why? She has lived that. So when she's out there, it is not about getting an award or something. It is to help that one girl, to help those two girls not to experience what she went through.
True.
Please proceed.
And thank you. So after that award, we were able to buy our first machines. Yes, we bought our first industrial machines. And then, 2 years ago, we also competed for the Trevor Noah, went for the Trevor Noah, it's Trevor Noah Kenyatta University, and then Yali.
Oh, Yali.
Yes, the Yali in Kenya. So we also walked out with some good money. Some good money that is, in fact, that project, it has to run for a full year. That's the support they're giving us. We started last year with that project, and we are able to also establish our offices in Nakasongola. We have a skills center there in Kakoge.
Okay.
Yes, Kakoge. That's
So
in a trading center.
you are training people from Nakasongola?
We are, right now we are into more of manufacturing, but we must train. But also the other thing we do, when we move out in the fields to do outreaches, besides sensitization, we also train. We train hand stitching. Why do we train hand stitching? Because we want you to use the resources that you can afford. Yes. You may not even afford a tailoring or a sewing machine. And most families may even do not have space where to put that machine. So, but you have space to put where to put a needle. Yes, and then the threads. So that's why we train using that. Yes, the needle and the So we train young girls and boys. We include
everyone.
Yes, include boys. Why? Remember, we are fighting menstrual stigma, and boys are believed to be.
They are the stigmatizers.
Yeah. More the biggest percentage. Girls by the stigmatizers too. So we train, and so with our skill center, our dream is to have a larger one, so that we have now them trained on the machines. Yes, right now it's more of a manufacturing center. Yes, with a few people operating there. And so you asked, where do we find the products? We before the products were in my offices in Kampala, where I work from. So that's where I could even work, do the cutouts, then take them to the person to help me do the stitching, and then we go to the field. But now we have our offices, so everything is done in Nakasongola. But the products are either in my offices in Kampala or at our offices in Nakasongola. Yes, they are not in public.
So they are not yet on the market.
Yes, because we are not yet more into selling them. Yes, we are more into first helping out. Yes, so everyone that is willing to support, we are all over on social media as Shine Reusable Pads, but also you can look out for Jacqueline Chisache or Emmanuel Bwanga. You can find us on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, and our numbers, you get them through those social medias.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll also put your number here.
Thank you.
Just thinking, now this is business. Why don't you sell these pads? Okay, a fair, because more resources, more production. Like you sell some and you use that money from sales to produce more to reach. I don't think vulnerable girls are only in Nakasongola, all over the country. I feel like some girls in Nakasongola are even fair. There are some places I've gone to and they're like, I am also a planned kid.
Yeah, you celebrate yourself.
So, like, you go, you know, that model, you sell, because there are some people they want to help, but sometimes it is hard to just give cash.
Yeah.
But if something is on the market, it's this good, people are going to buy. Use those very sales, bring them back for more production. How about that?
Yeah, that's a very good idea. It's one thing that we are working on, and we are doing it, but in small cells.
Okay, so
Yes.
like to people who know you. Okay.
So we do it in small cells, but also we have also organizations that would also wish to do outreaches. So they're like, I need your products. We sell them out.
Okay.
Yes, but also we sell them out and tell them, we are not making business, but whatever you're giving us, we are injecting it back to the vulnerable ones.
Yes.
Yes, so that they are able to know that this money is going to help someone else. Yes,
yeah.
free, to receive it freely.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the business bit of it, it is there, but we've not just pushed it that strongly.
Matured.
Yes.
Okay.
But I know we shall reach there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe, what's the end in mind? Like in 10 years, where do you see Shine reusable cards?
Of course, in 10 years.
Where do you see it? Where do we wish it to be? Yeah.
Apparently, our impact, we've reached 2,000 plus.
In
vulnerable
how long?
in 5 years.
Okay.
This is with our free pack. And what I forgot to tell you is our pack is an eco-friendly pack. Once once dropped off or exposed off to the soils, it does not affect the soils. That's why even the pack we are using, it's also a waterproof pack that after use your pad is safe. It does not leak. So we are using this material that are eco-friendly. At the end of the day, we do not want our soils to be affected.
Yeah.
Yes. So
kudos to that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So back to
what's the end in mind?
the end in mind.
10 years.
Like our impact so far, free we've given up over to 2,000. We've manufactured over 5,000 plus, but we also have 44 girls on the mentorship program. We've done over 30 outreaches, reached over, because with schools, we've reached over 30 still plus. Villages, they are also 30 plus, because with villages, we merge them. Yes, we've also done, we have the economic empowerment arm of it. We train in skills, snacks making, cookery, bakery, books. So we want also to give you a skill. We've given you a free pad, but we want to give you a survival skill.
Yes.
So that you're able to make money, and next time you're able to buy. Yes, you can also buy material.
Afford it.
Yes, you can
Yes,
afford
yes.
it, but also afford to buy material.
For yours?
Yes,
For own production.
yes, to make your own production. So want it to be sustainable in a way, because I'm not going to keep coming and giving you all the time. I want to leave you with a skill that is going to push you through. When I am away, you're able to sustain yourself. So in 10 years, we are looking at a greater impact, greater than this. This is a very small impact. We've hosted the Vice Chancellor of Kenyatta University last year, and he also told us about that. It is a national problem. It is not a Nakasongola problem.
Exactly.
And we've moved to the slums. Slums are very horrible, very horrible. Then even our villages.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been to Namuong, we've been to Chisenyi doing trainings and also giving out. So we want to focus on also trainings, because we know that is sustainable. If I give you a skill, you will die with your skill. If I give you a pad, it will expire after a year. Yeah. And then you will have to, but you have a skill, so that will keep you moving. If I cannot afford to go and buy another pad, then, but I have material that I can access, can I stitch for myself? That is sustainable. So I want to reach, I want to expand. That's why we say Nakasongola and beyond. So we want to have a production center that will train, because we want to do also professional skillings. At the end of the day, you will walk out with a certificate. Yes, in these skills. So we want to dive deep into the skilling bit of it for sustainable. So we want to have a mega training center to train more and more. Yes, because our aim is the sustainability.
Yes.
When we do not exist tomorrow, what are we living
Are you
with
still
you?
going to be okay?
So that is where we see ourselves in the next 10 years. We want to, beyond even Uganda,
Yes,
because vulnerability
Yes.
reigns in every country.
That's right.
Yes, and girls are so special.
Yes.
And we also must preach this gospel. Girls must accept this is our uniqueness.
That's what
Yeah.
makes us women.
This is our uniqueness, that when we grow up every month, you're going to begin saying this, and that is what makes you a full woman.
Yes.
Yes, because at the end of the day, there is hope for me to give birth.
Yes.
There is hope for me to nurture someone because of this period. And so we must preach this gospel.
So teaching them to embrace their womanhood.
Because some girls, they see this, they lose it all.
Like
When they see blood, dead. I know, there is also certain communities have pressed women down.
I know.
And so you're like, I'm nothing.
Just because I'm a woman.
My colleague usually says we are all, it sounds funny, we are period products.
Absolutely.
We are period products. Guess what? Even those that are pressing you down, it's because a woman out there was able to menstruate, and this time around the egg didn't go out. It just met with a male version of it, and then
here you are.
Here I am. So as long as you have those eggs, please walk head high, celebrate. That is your unique you, and that's what makes you a full woman.
Yes. Yeah. So about the training, do you follow up?
Yes, we do. We do follow up. When we go out for outreaches, we go back for feedback. We go back also to try to find out how far. Yes. If also they have any questions, any inquiries, any help, we also reach out.
Because most organizations, they train, they live there, and they go make reports. We did this, but is it sustainable? Did it work? Did people understand? How are they solving the challenges they are meeting right now? So I think kudos to that.
And also the other way we do that is we do not train only girls and boys. In schools now, we are targeting the senior women, because children change schools, learners change schools. I might have trained you from this school, but you're shifted to a school. Yes.
Where you're not exposed, they have not been exposed to the information.
So what we do want to train the senior women is that if you have a vulnerable child in your school, can you help them? We want to train the senior women leaders, the Nabachalas in the local language, yes, in the communities. And we will know, okay, now we have left. We have planted our seed there. We know there is a woman in this community that can give out a skill on our behalf. Yes, because with children, there is commotion everywhere. I can choose to change location, can choose to. But if we train the leaders in the community, we know we have our skill there.
Thank you. They say, I'm saying, check on the strongest. I just remembered something you said, like when you were tearing apart, you didn't have anything figured out. You needed just one woman to get you on track.
Yeah.
So people check on your strong siblings. They need it. They did it.
That's key.
Yes,
that's very, very, very key.
So,
but also seek help. You're the strong.
Yes.
You're the strong man and the strong woman of the family. Seek help.
I don't know why, and I think it's in our generation. It is so hard to admit that you need help.
Yeah, and with men it is worse.
Because you're expected to be strong. And I am so glad that you train both men and women. I think we are getting a culture clash. The society has trained women to be strong. But the same society has not trained men to handle the strong women.
Yeah.
So there is information gap. Now, I am here informed, enlightened. I am going to meet a guy who totally has no idea. He is still in the 4th century. So I think that's why there are so many troubles in homes today. While you're training the girl child, train the boy child. enlighten them, empower both of them. Because if a boy does not appreciate that his sister is in the menstruation period, what's up? How can I help you to make it better? Do you need some hot water? Do you need to rest and I do your chores for you today? It's very important because society is not only for women. I mean, there are millions of organizations, girl child, girl child, girl child. But remember also, most of these stigmas are brought to by men, which men they don't know any better. The majority
They're
of
being
them,
ignored.
it is from training. So if everyone is trained to understand this, I think it balances society. Not one group has information all the way here, and this one has information all the way down there. Yeah. So I commend you for that. You're doing
Thank you.
Well done, and thank you for serving our nation.
And also to throw more light on that, Monica, what you just said, why do we train these boys? Besides them being part of the carrying the big percentage in stigmatizing the girls, you realize they have sisters too. And these boys are going to grow up into men. And they are going to marry. You're not going to marry a fellow man. You're going to marry a woman who menstruates and needs support. So if you grow up with this knowledge, you're able to support a woman out there. Yeah. You're able to support your sisters, even in their early stages. And you know there are also those families that are headed by children.
Oh, yeah.
If you find yourself in such a mess, so this boy is able to support. We have broken families that parents don't care. We've gathered all these stories. There is a story where a girl ran to the father, and the father was like, "Go, man, take care of yourself." And the girl had to run back to school.
It's laughable, but it is very painful.
And this was her first time. She knows nothing. So if we trained a boy child, this boy child is able to support. And most of the trainings we've done, the boy child stitches first. They will stitch first, and they will come out with that. If you scroll through our media, you'll find out those photos. They'll come out with a perfect product. They have speed in stitching, and while giving out, they'll say, "Could you please give me 2 pairs? I have 2 sisters at home."
Oh dear.
I have 2 sisters at home. They take even more. They are even not shy about it. And you find a girl is shy about talking about it. But guess what? You're getting shy. At the end of the day, you're going to be taken advantage of. Because you're shy before me, your fellow woman, but again, you're going to go and ask out money to go and buy. At the end of the day, we'll pay.
In kind.
Yeah, in kind.
Painful.
And how when we leave out men in all these issues affecting women, that's why we are raising a generation of lazy men who are looking out for sugar mummies. They're looking out for women that have worked, have their money. And for them, they are seated because we have empowered girls and left them
down there.
But if we bring them all together at once, they are able to know, okay, we are co-workers in this. I'm not supposed to press someone down. You get it? And so that is our sole aim as to why we bring in the boys.
Thank you so much, Jackie. What are your social media handles for people to go, follow up, and support? Because I think this is a worth supporting cause.
Facebook and X, you look out for Shine Usable Pads.
Shine Usable Pads.
Yes, that's the organization or the product or the project name. And then us, Jacqueline Chisache, LinkedIn, Facebook, and then X, and then Emmanuel Wanga. No.
So it's Emmanuel Wanga, it's Chisache Jacqueline, LinkedIn and Facebook, but also X and Facebook, you look for Shine Reusable Pads. You should try TikTok, because it's TikTok and then Instagram. I think a lot of Ugandans on Instagram, not just Ugandans, a lot of the young people. I know even the money comes from the bigger people, but especially on the information part, some people might not have the money right now, but they can pass information. For example, TikTok, like young people, because around 16 to 24, they are the majority there right now. So you try, I think it will be useful if you try there.
Thank you.
So Jackie, what are your parting shots?
Before I get into that, some of the other things I want to also briefly talk about the reading clubs.
Reading clubs.
Yes. I know over time I started growing this passion of reading. This wasn't me. I started reading. But in fact, how I started, someone invited me in their reading spaces. And this was a woman I admired. So her inviting me
Such an honor.
was like, this is a golden opportunity. Me to be close to this woman. And so she takes me through a mastermind of the 15 Invaluable Laws of John Maxwell. And there were 8 weeks. In the 60th week, I opened up my own space for the same mastermind.
Wow.
I invited the first cohort. Things seemed working. Everyone was excited. And the testimony that came through were like, oh, so what? So after the cohort ending, the first cohort, I was like, I think I should open up the second cohort. The first cohort asked me, Nyabo, who are you leaving us for? After this, what next? And that's when now I opened up now a full-time reading club. So I opened another space. That was a mastermind. So I opened our space where we read. We read a chapter weekly and then meet at 6 a.m. every Thursday in the morning for an hour and then reflect.
Intentionality.
We reflect, and that's one of the first laws of John Maxwell of growth.
Intentionality.
Yes. Wow. And so we dive deep into the reflections. Little did I know, people were too serious about this. Marriages, we are getting better through reading books. And people were like, do you know what? It has helped me change myself. My marriage is flourishing because I've been intentional on myself. I'm doing this and this and this. People are healing internally. And you're like emotionally, but we're just reading. Me, I'm just saying, just a reading thing. And God is using it to heal. I've a lot of testimony that I won't dive deep into, a lot of them. But why am I saying this? Open yourself. I think since last year, one thing that is coming mainly out of my mouth is purpose. Purpose. Sit down, find out. We all have this one reason as to why we are on earth. I'm quoting the Bible because I am a believer. In Jeremiah 1:5, the Bible says, before I formed in your mother's womb, I knew you and ordained you to be a prophet. This means there was an office that was already waiting for you. Before you were even formed in your mother's womb, there was purpose that was awaiting for you to sit in it before you were formed. So sit down, ask God, take time off, quiet your mind, ask Him, what am I here for? Ask your purpose. You might not be the president of the nation.
Yes.
And we do not need pulpits to influence people.
Yes.
But all we need is that small thing. Where is your pain? We all have that one thing that annoys us. When you look at it, you're like, I think it would have been done in a better way. When I see a girl dropping out of school, you're like,
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be. I think I can do something. So which particular thing are you drawn to? It is burdening you. You feel pain all over around it. You're like, I think I can do something about it. I want to tell you that's your purpose. Your purpose is not far-fetched. It is around you. It is around you. So just look at that path. Pay attention to that particular thing that disturbs you a lot. And you're like, I think I can do something about it. Please get up. Wake up. John Maxwell says, do it now.
The power of now.
Get up. Do it now. If it is you seeing children drop out of, or seeing children sit at home because they're lacking school fees, you may not be having the money to support them, but you have friends that have the money. How about you talk to that one friend who has the money? Like, there is this girl who's not going to school. You may not need to influence thousands, but one life is enough. So I want to encourage us. Find out. Why are you here? Go out, do it. Do it. You don't have all the resources you need. You don't have them. But again, you have them. People around you have them. Move out to those people. Move out. But the other thing would also be, my mentor once told me, Jackie, your environment, that statement has made meaning to me. Your environment is not about to change, but we have you to change. So, in situations, you're married and your marriage is going berserk, maybe it's not about the environment, the marriage, it's about you. Your work is in a mess. It is you. You're being negative at everything. You're seeing your boss, okay, your boss is squeezing you. Your colleagues are, that is a perspective by the most times, it might be a perspective. Okay, you're not going to lose this job. You're like, you're feeling like, let me drop that job and go. You want to become unemployed? No. How about if you change your mindset and you're like, I think I can do this.
So it starts with us.
With us. So I want to re-echo my mentor's word. In situations where your environment is not about to change, you have you to change. It starts with you. So change yourself. It begins with you. It takes just a mindset to say, I'm not going to scroll again through this social media, whatever. Maybe let me get my Bible. Let me understand this book of John. Let me read this book. Oh, let me make this phone call to this person. It might do something.
Let me greet someone.
Yeah. So, it is you, and above all, God. God. A life without God, I can't explain it. Sijimani.
Exactly.
I don't know life without God how it would be, but I know it would be a mess. Because, yeah, a life with God, it's not a silver plate. It's not on a silver plate. Neither is it a walk in a park. But there is always hope for tomorrow. There is always that peace, even when there is that, when the situations are going
there's chaos around
yes,
you.
there is always that peace, because he says, even in the waters I'll walk with you, even in the fire I'll be with you. Meaning, when everything has turned around, there is always that peace to walk through. So I would encourage someone,
Thank you so much,
up
Jackie.
to God.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You know, you talked about reading. I think most people underrate reading, personally, because for me, I love to travel so much. And the first book I read, it was A Journey to the Center of the Earth. A very tiny book, a kid's book. But this book opened my imaginations to understand, like, there's a world beyond Nakasongoda. There's a world beyond this bushes
Down
around
that
us.
village, that swamp.
So it's reading. Okay, first of all, it magnified my imaginations. I imagined, and then as I grew older, there's a book I read about. The author was in Paris. My goodness, it felt like I was in Paris. I knew the avenues, I knew the streets, I knew the street numbers, because I thought, because of reading the book. So you mentioned something that when you're reading, it's a time you're spending with the author.
Yeah.
As a person who have read, I don't know, 1 million books, because if I can't go there, I will read about there.
You want to go there before you go there.
Exactly. So you read, you interact with different sorts of people. And sometimes there's a time I just read at any literature thrown at me. I love leadership and politics. That's why I used to beat you in school in leadership.
Once.
So it's because I love that. But then I export myself. I can read about animals. I can read about cooking, which is subject to discussion. I can read about a lot of things. So if you have some time, read.
Yeah.
Even if it's a page, 2 pages, and just read.
Yeah.
Because it makes a difference.
True.
Jackie, we are developing a culture on this channel. One, you tell us the guest you wish to hear from, I and my team, we are going to do everything in our power to have them here. Number two, you write a question for the next guest. And this is the time.
Should I first write the question or I first?
The order doesn't matter.
Okay, let me first mention the person. He's a dear friend.
You don't say the name.
Oh, I thought I needed to.
No. You write the name down.
Okay.
Yes. You write the name down. The reason for this is Jack has told you where she comes from, how she is here today. Somebody who once didn't have the basic needs of life, she's now providing basic needs to other girls. And that's impact. You know, sometimes we think greatness is something I don't know. No, greatness is changing life. Being impactful is changing lives. And this is the sole purpose of this channel. Within our communities, just a small village girl from Nakasongola, she's making people's lives better than they were yesterday, the time she meets them. So, it is within you, like she just said, it is within you. It is not very far. And these our bred in people who are doing changes, like I like to say, organically grown. They are changing, they are making impact, they're impacting lives. So you can. All you need to do, just look around you. Like she says, you have everything you need, even when most times we are made to believe that we don't have all we need. So, again, I'll say, if you have anyone you want to be invited on this channel to share their story, whom you think they have a story that many could benefit from, please in the comment section put it. And thank you very much, as always, my dear listeners. Because of you, I'm doing this. God bless.